Welcome to probably one of the last episodes of this series. And today we're gonna finally combine all of the confluence that we have learned into a single profitable system. I'm going to talk about my trading model or my trading strategy, and let's just get into it. My strategy, in simple terms, is made up of manipulation. This is the first step. We gotta see a liquidity sweep or fair value gap, which is, as we told in previous videos, an internal liquidity. So that's the first step, a manipulation to do some kind of liquidity pool. The second step is optional. I want to see a SMT divergence at the lows or the highs of the manipulation happening. And the third step is the entry model, and that's an inversion or inverse fair value gap and or change in state of delivery. So we can have both, we can have one of the confluences or both. If we have this in mind, I'm going to show you some examples. There are like really 4 key setups that I'm taking with this strategy. Let's talk about the reversals first. For a bullish example, we want to see sell side liquidity get taken out, ideally an SMT on the lows, and then a change in state of delivery alongside with an inversion. This would be like an A+ setup with the SMT on the lows. Same for the bearish example. We have taken out two buy side liquidity levels, change the state in delivery, rebalance back to the inverse fair value gap. I would want to see also like SMT divergence on either of the highs. And then there are continuations. These are the fair value gaps setups. For this, I usually want to see an internal SMT inside that fair value gap. But first, we gotta see a massive move to the upside, creating higher time frame fair value gap, then sell off into it, tapping, internally sweeping the liquidity. Ideally, an SMT on the internal lows of the fair value gap. We could also see external lows be the SMT, but usually when you have external lows as SMT, it doesn't hold that much. An internal SMT is better. Then we want to see change in state of delivery and an inverse fair value gap, and vice versa for this sell example, for the bearish example. Yeah, massive move to the downside, higher time frame fair value gap, rebalance into that higher time frame fair value gap, changing the state in delivery, rebalancing back to that inverse fair value gap, and maybe SMT at internal highs. So that's pretty much it. Real simple strategy, but you really gotta put in the work, scroll back to the chart and see it for yourself. And let's see it for ourselves right now. I'm gonna show you some examples. Also, a quick note before we get into the examples. I'm trading the market open and I want to see a manipulation happen during that market open into one of the sides and then sell off or buy into other direction that the manipulation happened. So let's get to the examples right now. Example from today, yeah, you can see that the price action now, and there's the today market open. So the market opened here. What do we see after market opening? Yeah, it opened here. We see it went up, then sold off into higher time frame fair value gap. Yeah, we've taken out that internal liquidity. What do we see after? We see this fair value gap getting ran through, essentially inverting it and forming that inverse fair value gap. What do we see after? We also see change in state of delivery at this level. So we enter long positions from the fair value gap or change in state, yeah, from the inversion, stop loss below the low, and take profit at opposing buy side liquidity levels. So that would be this is the nearest buy side liquidity. So it would look something like this, a little 2.19 risk reward ratio. We do not have an SMT on the lows here, but regardless of the SMT not happening, this would still be a valid trade to take. This is the second example. So we see the market open, yeah, the market open here, then we see the price sold off, taking out the sell side liquidity. What do we see after? Inversion of this fair value gap, and also a change in state of delivery here happening. Let's mark it up, change state. What do we do after? Buy limit from that inversion and take profit at the opposing liquidity level. So this would be like the nearest opposing liquidity level, so a little 1-to-1, but we could also target like this external liquidity a little bit above. So something like, yeah, 1-to-1, but really high probability 1-to-1 setup. We could also see inversion or like SMT divergence at lows, ideally, but yeah, still a valid setup. Let's get into the next one. For example, so we see market opening right here. We left the 930 high untapped, so we mark this up, and the price sold off drastically after that. What do we see? We zoom out and we take out equilibrium. Yeah, we mark this up. We see 50% of the range tapping. We zoom in, and what do we see? We see the last fair value gap series was this. We see the price inverting this, and also we do not get a change in state right now. Yeah, so this would make the setup that less probable. But what do we see after? Price sold off. We tapped around 50% of that. So because I would not be willing to enter right at the top of the level. I mean I could, but the risk reward would not be as good. So that's why when you have like this big move, I pull out usually the 50% of the range. I mark it up and set my buy limit at a 50% and set my stop loss as usual. Now I have like a twice the risk reward, and I'm targeting the opposing liquidity pool. Ideally, I want to see an SMT on the lows or an SMT maybe this lows. Yeah, this low and this low. This would not be like an A plus setup or A setup, maybe B setup because we did not get a change in state and the SMT probably did not happen, but still a valid trade idea. Let's get into the next one. Okay, so another example. I'm going to show you the bar replay so you can see it live happening. The market opened, massive move to the upside. We see 930 low did not get swept. Okay, so we see the price taking out this 930 low, also internally sweeping the social liquidity. We have also swept this external social liquidity. We want to see a reversal to the upside. Okay, so we got this inverse fair value gap. Yeah, limit entry from this, stop loss below the low, and take profit at the opposing liquidity level, which is this buy side liquidity. Yeah, we got an entry. We also got a change in state, and price took our take profit. The buy side gets swept. We see massive rally to the downside. We change in state. We actually missed our entry. The entry happened right here. Yeah, so we do not actually need an inversion for us to enter. We could also just enter from the change in state if we do not see any fair value gaps. Yeah, so like this and take profit at the external or like opposing sell side liquidity. Yeah, we got to retap our entry. And this trade is really sideways. But yeah, I would probably put my stop loss in break even. Let's see if we get at that take profit. Still selling off and finally hitting our take profit. Yeah, so you see we got a second like retap of that change in state, and that's basically it. Also, a quick note, I was talking about some higher and lower time frames, and I want to actually show you what I mean. The high time frame, where I will look for liquidity and fair value gaps, the manipulation happening, is on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and 30 minute and 15 minute. And where I look for my entry model is the lower time frame, and that is for the 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute, and 30 second. This is the all time frame I use. I sometimes use the 2 minute time frame. So yeah, just a quick note so you can understand what I'm saying. And this is pretty much it for this video. If you have any questions, ask them down in the description. You can join my free Discord, like you can talk to me directly. And I hope this whole series was helpful for you. And I'll probably have another video about some psychology tips and tricks and risk management. But I know lots of you won't look at the video because it's kind of boring, but it's really important. And that's pretty much it. See you in the next one. Peace.